Hey guys, it's the dude from the Pacific Northwest, here to bring you another video. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys the current status of my boat and my intentions of what I'm going to do behind it. So stay tuned. So as of right now, I have the wood cover off, and I will show you guys the wood cover once we get to that point. But this is the status of my boat. This is what I was working with last springtime, and I really liked it. The lights on here worked really well. Unfortunately, the lights died over the winter. I don't know why. I think the wiring got damaged from the wood floor that I have on it, the wood cover. But it's okay because we're going to replace them, and what we're going to do actually is add more of these mounts. One here in the middle and one more up front. And all of this is really cheap, well, as cheap as it can be. I just buy these from Harbor Freight. These are $6-7 a piece. I'll buy 2 of them, cut them in half, and that's how you have that, because I think everybody has it in their interest to save as much money as possible. And then I bought this set of lights. The brand is NiLight, and I think the logo is right here. There you go. And I mean, they work really good. The wiring, the harness that comes with is really good, and for 8 of these comes out to $90. So I mean, the whole project for the lights and the meters, or the measuring tapes, come out to $90 plus about $18. That's about $108. The wood platform I built for under $100. I used discount material from lumber, from Home Depot or Lowe's. You can buy them in the racks, anything that's marked in purple. Build it as cheap as you want, and I'll show you how that all gets attached in a moment. First, let's go ahead. Let's take these old ones off and drill holes in the boat at the very top as high as we can, and install some new mounts for our lights. This is as high as possible, probably right there in the middle. There we go. Here, at the very front of the boat. There we go. Same on the other side. We'll go ahead, install, drill some holes right here. Between that, right behind that, on the other side. Okay. And again, if you have a nicer boat, or you don't want to drill holes in your boat because you spent more money on it, you can do it however you want. I got this entire boat and trailer set up for $500 with the motor, and I ended up selling the motor for $500, so I got all my monies back. So, not that I don't take care of my stuff, but I know that this boat is going to be strictly for carp and bow fishing, and I know that I'm going to put lights in it, so I'm happy putting the holes at the very top. And I mean, if we have water coming in from those holes, we have bigger fish to fry anyways. So here are the holes, what they look like, and here's what we are going for. Nothing crazy, just some hardware holding these, some hardware holding these, and I'll show you how to do that here in just a moment. Alright, now we take a measurement, about yay long. Little tips and tricks for you. I forgot to bring my metal cutting saw with me here to where I'm currently working at. So something that you can do if you really had to, if you didn't care to have a clean cut, is you can just use a drill to drill multiple holes in the area that you're trying to mount to. And this is very cheap material. It's like a cheap aluminum. So I did forget to mention, anytime you're using any sort of power tools or equipment, make sure to put your PPE on. There you go, good to go. Quick little there you go. Safety glasses, meaning squinting. 2 holes should be enough. I Again, only works easy with this because this is Harbor Freight. This is like a cheaper material. This is nothing special. Go ahead. There you go. There's my first cut. Now I should make probably 4 more of these, and we're good to go. So, boom. Have my next measurement. Mark it. Remove it. And safety glasses on. There we go. All jokes aside, please be careful. It's for the people who don't err on the side of caution, who have not had any experience in the past, and they just end up hurting themselves. So the best that you can, please try to avoid that. That's 2. And they don't have to be perfect. You can take the time. You can get a bandsaw, make everything flat, and file things down. I'm not doing all that because I don't find it to be necessary. And you know, now that I look at the measurement of what I have here, it comes out to be exactly 4 for just one of them. So I take back my previous statement. You don't need to buy 2 of them. Well, I guess you would if you were adding 8. I already have 4 mounted, so I don't need it. So for my project, I have to save myself $6-7, and I'll be able to return the other one, which is great. That's $6 or $7 I could be putting towards gas money, snacks, iced tea, Arizona, arrows. Arrows is one of those reoccurring costs of bow fishing that happen all the time. You can buy aftermarket ones on Amazon for 6 of them. I think they're running for $36. You can buy the name brand ones at Sports and Warehouse or Cabela's or whatever, but truthfully, I think that you're a sucker if you do that. I mean, yeah, they're slightly better build quality, but when you're first starting out, you're gonna miss a lot. You're gonna hit a lot of rocks. You're gonna hit a lot of things anyways. So truthfully, you're better off buying the cheaper ones anyways before you get the hang of things. And once you get really good, maybe if you were doing a tournament or whatever, sure, buy the nice, good stuff. But for the sake of learning and starting off, it's very smart. It's smarter, in my opinion, to buy the cheaper ones. We have 4 new mounts. That ain't much, but it's honest work, you know? We're gonna remove these old lights off of the boat. We're gonna get measurements for this drill hole and this drill hole. We're gonna take all these lights off, install the new ones, and get the harnessing and wiring done here shortly. Yo, I was wondering what happened to my wiring. How did you get any power to these except the wiring while I was cleaning out or taking the cover off, because I knew I was going to replace them anyways. So these come with wiring usually. Keeping the hardware and moving on to the rest of them. Alright, so I went ahead and I took the lights off of the rest of the mounts. And for these next holes, what I did was I put the new mounts over the hole, and I just kind of eyeballed like what made it kind of look level-ish. I put the drill bit inside that hole, and I just drilled a little bit, and then that ended up giving me a mark. And I did that for all 4 of the holes, but some of them might vary in, you know, height and stuff. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mount them with the hardware. We're gonna put them in place, and then we're gonna go ahead and start installing the lights. Also keep in mind, you know, some of these ones have holes at the end because the original comes with the hole on one side. So you may need to drill holes on the top end of these for the lights. It's easier to do that when it's not installed on the boat. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill those holes as well. All right, so all the holes are drilled. This one right here is gonna be for the bottom. This one's gonna be for the top. I can tell because ones from the top have a have less space between the top and the hole, whereas the bottom has a slightly more. And now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the hardware and screw the bottoms in, so I can then start beginning to mount the lights. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and unbox everything that comes in the Amazon package. First of all, 2 boxes of lights. That's because it's what I ordered. And each box should be the exact same. We open it up. Also, razor, Harbor Freight. Seems like I can't go into that store without buying one of these. I know they're cheap and adds up over time, but they just seem to work as well as you need them to. Alright. So each box comes with 4 of these. Light and wiring. Alright. So 4 of those. And then it also comes with wire harnesses. And you know, you got your positive, your negative, all of your clips and covers, so that whenever you attach the pieces together, the ends together, they're covered up. I like to also put it in like Ziploc bags or tape it up all together. That way it's more secured from humidity, rain, etc. Guess I didn't do it good enough because I'm replacing 4 of them and mounting hardware. So 4 lights, harness, and mounting hardware. I got 2 boxes, comes with 8 lights. Let's start putting it together, alright? So when it's said and done, each one of your lights should look something like this. Put some yellow film over eventually, but I mounted it like that on the hole. Put the bracket through like that, as high end as possible. So you gotta keep in mind right now, it looks like the front end is high, but when we're on the water and the deck is on and I'm on top, this is gonna be lower. So we want this kind of pointing outward as much as we can, as high as possible. So let's go ahead. Let's do this for the next 8. I'm gonna try to do like a speed lapse or something and see if I can get good quality film doing speed lapse. And just like that, all the lights are mounted. Now I gotta do the wiring, put the film on, and yeah, fish are gonna think they're at a rave in the water out of nowhere. It'd be nice. So the next step now is wiring. First thing I want to do is take our harness, our assembly out, see what we have to work with. And one thing I really like about this company, NiLight, that I've been working with, they make the instructions manual pretty idiot-proof. Not to say that I'm an idiot, but if I can get it, I feel like anybody could get it. I mean, you can pause if you'd like, but in terms of harness and wiring diagrams, it doesn't get easier than this at all. And so what I'm gonna do is set 4 of them up one way, and then the next harness will go for the other way, and then I will have the light switches, which look like this, one on each side. I'll have a zip tied right here. It'll be here and here, so I can flip and turn them on automatically. So here we go. All right, I've reached a stopping point because I forgot my wiring, crimping, and basically all my wiring tools at the house, and I'm using them at my friend's place right now. But right now, this is where we're left off at. This is what the boat looks like. Hey, we're in a pretty good spot. I'm gonna tarp over this and carry on. Probably next week on Thursday. But yeah, excellent progress. Took all the old stuff off, pull the new light on. We'll do the wiring. It'll take us about an hour to do all the wiring, and then put the cover on, stow everything away, make it look nice, and then I'm gonna go ahead and probably have to order more film, because this is the protective film, just what they have. But I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more yellow film off the Amazons to put a cover on those. That way, you know, it doesn't spook the fish off. Again, I don't know if there's any science or proof behind it, but that's just what I've noticed in my time of doing the bow fishing. So yeah, and obviously, don't mind the mess. This is just, you know, at the end of the season, last time you just kind of throw everything. This will all get taken care of. It'll look a lot better. But yeah, don't mind all that. So until then, I will see you guys next week. Signing off, it's the dude from the Pacific Northwest.